Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got a really exciting one for you guys today. It's something that I've never tried before. It's an oolong. I think I did an oolong not last week, but the week before. I want to say it was the Sin. I want to say this right. Sinshu Oriental Beauty. Sinshu. That always that always messes me up. Okay, anyway. Hey Miriam, welcome! I've got another oolong today. Let me get the water started because it's gonna be a really exciting one today. So Leanna, welcome! I'm starting off this thing right with a little Jade oolong. Oh, I gotta get it all in there. Jade oolong. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. This is kind of sort of on the high end of oolongs. So let's go ahead and open this up. And I am excited to try this. I've never tried it before, but it smells amazing. Shanna, welcome. Yes, it has been, Leanna. I don't know where you've been. Actually, I know that you've been around, but I'm just exaggerating a bit. But I'm glad you were able to make it. And oh wow, that smells great. It's a soft greenish kind of scent to it. It's aromatic, a little bit perfumey. Oh yeah, it's really good tea. Oh, and it's a pretty looking tea too. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like because it's actually this is a bit of a tightly wound oolong. So this is the bow tie tea. Kinda sorta, yeah. I'll show you guys. Yeah, that should do it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. It's okay. You see, I'm gonna show you guys the size. Oh, I gotta level it out a little bit. But you see, it's about up to here. It's gonna expand. An oolong. This oolong is pretty wound tight, so you can actually probably get 2 or 3 steeps out of this. I'm only going to do one for tonight, but I'm going to show you guys, well, you know what, instead of showing you what it looks like from the top view, I'm just going to go ahead and pull out one of these and show you from just a single one. Now you can see, look at how tightly wound that is. It's essentially just a ball. It looks like a bit of a seed, and that is done by hand. So what they do is they pick the leaves when it's just right and start processing it. They process it to be a dark. I like to describe it as a dark green tea because it's in the middle of the. It's in between green and black. So you're gonna get a nice soft flavor that is not quite one or the other. So you won't get the very vegetal green flavor that you usually get from green teas, but you also don't get that earthy black tea flavor. Since it's technically a green tea, I'm going to brew it as such. So I'm going to do this at 180 degrees. And I don't want to overdo the water. And I'm going to set the clock at 3 minutes rather than 5. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. Kara, welcome! It's been a while since you've been here. You came just in time because I'm doing an oolong, and I know that you're going to come up with like 1,000 puns. And hey, Ma, welcome! And I'm going to say it. Try not to blush. Happy birthday, Kara. This is Kara's birthday, everybody. Give her a round of applause. One hand because I'm holding the phone. Yay! And I haven't seen you in such long time. Teresa, welcome! Everybody's in it for the jokes tonight. Okay, so this tea is actually from Taiwan. Just like the Xin Beauty The Sinshao Oriental Beauty. Now this is supposed to. It's a lightly oxidized oolong, so it's not heavily processed. It's still finished at the It's been oolong. I see what you did there. Uh, it's been in the No, let me put that down for a minute because I'm going to be talking with my hands and I'm going to be like flapping the tea all over the place. But yeah, anyway, losing my train of thought. It starts the process of becoming an oolong where it's. Oh wow, that was fast. Quackhead just like went right off. Didn't even let me finish my explanation. But that's okay because this is going to be a little understeeped, which is how it should be since it's a delicate oolong. But it was plucked. I mean, sorry, not plucked. It was processed just on the earlier end of becoming an oolong, so it's like just past the green, but quite a while away from becoming a black tea. So there hasn't been a whole lot of change as far as the oolong looks. I'll show you real quick. This is going to be a different leaf, of course, but you'll see right there it's still tightly wound. So that's why I'm saying you can get about 2 or 3 steeps out of this. The longer you leave it in, or the more times you steep it, the more it'll open. So what I'm going to do, actually, if I have enough time, I'm going to see if I can do 2 steeps out of this. What do you think? You think that'll be a good experiment? I'll do the first steep, and then I'll drink it as fast as I can, and then I'll do the second steep, and hopefully I have enough water. You know what? I'm going to pull out one of my water bottles just in case. I'll let it warm up into room temperature. Yeah, it does look like a scorpion because it's so tightly wound. When you tighten it up, it starts to curve. No, it's too steep. I gotcha. That curve is not too steep. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and get the tea going, so that I'll have enough time at the end to do a second steep. Now check it out. That's a very, very light green. It, like in the camera, it looks a little translucent. There we go. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge for me because you guys know how I like to savor the flavor and just take my time with it. I didn't even plan on doing two steeps, but I think for the sake of experimentation and the spontaneity of the stream in general, it's good to be flexible. Oh, you know what? I should show you guys what it looks like also. So it's got a very, very yellow tinge to it. It's not even green at all, and that's kind of surprising because usually when it's green, it's got like at least a little bit darker. And since it was on its way to becoming a black tea, I would have imagined it to be darker than that. But it looks like it's actually got a really nice pale color to it. And the taste, of course. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. It's very fragrant. It's light grassy, I want to say. Not too salty. It's really, really soft. Oh, that's really nice. It's got like a little bit of an earthy flavor to it. And there's a certain mouthfeel that it's leaving behind. Yeah, I've already got a room. This is my room, and you're all invited. No, this is actually. It's got a really nice mouthfeel to it. There's like a, I want to say like a buttery, creamy kind of mouthfeel to it, where you feel the texture of the cream, but it leaves behind a slightly salty hint of butter still to it. It's like the first steep. It's super duper light. You can taste. I mean, you can taste it for sure. Not to say that you're just drinking hot water. Well, yeah, it's definitely a special taste. You can taste the. I want to say okay. Let's put it this way: you can taste the tea, but you can also taste the water. If that makes sense. Like it's not overly saturated. I think that this could have been steeped at a higher temperature, and still maintained the texture. Yeah, kind of like Alishan. Alishan, I would say, is actually a bit stronger, at least for the first steep. By the way, Alishan, I'm going to probably do a stream on that one because I found that one super duper interesting also. But you know that's just something to consider later on. Alishan happens to be a bit expensive too. So yeah, like the LaCroix of tea. But yeah, Alishan, I believe Alishan is like, I want to say $30 for 3 ounces. So it's on the higher end, but it's delicious. There's a creamy, almost milky kind of taste to it. The more you drink it, it's cooling off a little bit, but it's really milky, and I'm loving this. And that's something that I'm going to touch on later, because next week's I already know what I'm doing for next week's stream. $32. You see, I was close. What was I saying? Oh yeah, next week's stream is going to be similar to this one, but I'll get to that at the end. I'll talk to you guys about it. But yeah, this is it's almost milky. It's really creamy. It's got some volume to it, which is really. Ooh, excuse me. It's really it's a good. This is a good one. Okay. Now this one, it's on the expensive side. The regular price is 4 ounces for $16. Generally, for regular tea, average price is about $8 for 3 ounces. So we're looking at a little under twice as much. I would say maybe 1 3/4, if my math is accurate at all, which it probably isn't. But $18 for 4 ounces versus $16 for 4 ounces as opposed to $8 for 3. I would say it's about maybe 1 3/4, 1.5 times as much. But this is, I mean, you can taste the quality in it. Plus, it's meant to be steeped multiple times. So, I really, you know what? I really should have set up two teacups. I mean, sorry, two. How much is the sampler? The sampler is $5. It makes 10 cups. Probably twice as much because it's meant to be steeped more than once. I'd say, you know what, this is probably the kind of tea that I'll bring to work, only because I can steep it. I usually drink about 3 cups a day, 3 or 4. So this would actually last me all day. I wouldn't even need to change up and wonder what kind of steep I'll do. Oh, that's really nice. Ooh, I'm loving this. It's super duper creamy. And I'm try to drink it as fast as I can, but it's I want to savor this. I really, really do. But it's like I'm gonna have to savor this on my own time, you know, because I really wish I could sit down and just slow down and enjoy it. This is the kind of tea that I mean I paid well for it, um, but by that same token, am I tea drunk at work all day? Um, that would explain a lot. It would explain how I get through my day. I have a drinking problem. Um, no, for real. I wouldn't say I'm tea drunk, but because it's all spread out, I usually drink one as soon as when I'm alone. I like that when I'm alone. That's kind of sad that I'm drinking all oolong. No, I usually drink like first thing in the morning when I wake up when I get to work. I pour myself a cup. I finish it off. Then my first break is at 9:45. So by then I've probably had a second cup and I'm going to clean it out, or I'm just putting on another one. So there's a good 2 hours, I want to say, in front of it. And then I have my third and or fourth cup after lunch. But usually that's done within quick sequence of each other. Usually it's one cup during my update time, which is kind of sort of a break. After lunch, it's usually an hour and 45 minutes after. So that's when I get my third cup, and I'm set for the rest of the day. Mm. Now, as it cools down, it's still pretty hot, but it's since it wasn't steeped at a very high temperature to begin with. I gotta say, this is actually it's cooling off pretty well. You're still getting that buttery sensation. I have plenty of problems. I'm not going to not going to lie. But this is the kind of problem I definitely think is worth it. I don't need the I don't need no cure. Mm. I'm really enjoying this because it's not overly powerful like green teas tend to be. This is really it's kind of like a step back um, from the normal green teas that are usually strong, vegetal, sometimes salty. When you get like a Japanese green tea, it's a highly concentrated, super duper green looking leaf, and it comes out really salty sometimes. Ooh, got the hiccups. Excuse me. It comes out kind of salty like seawater. This is a step away from that. I'm assuming because it's wrapped so. Oh, excuse me. It's wrapped so tightly that it only leaks flavor a little bit at a time. I think that's like a really good way to conserve the purity of the flavor and preserve the honesty of the experience, because the flavor being released a little bit at a time, you can really analyze it as it progresses. So I'm assuming the next steep is going to be a little bit stronger because the first one loosened up the leaf, but the second one should start to unfurl it. Hopefully, I won't have to do a third tea because I mean, a third pot because my bladder can't take it. But um, we'll see how it goes. Here's it. What was it? Here, drink this. It's a step above seawater. Yep, that's their slogan. Oolong, the fresh maker. No, that's not how it works. And it's really maintaining that buttery flavor. Like I'm really liking it. Generally, like there's a sweet spot in the timing when you have a buttery flavor that you have to drink it hot, and you never want it to get too cold. Otherwise, the buttery flavor dies down, and then you're left with like the green saltiness of it. But this one, it's holding pretty well. I have to admit, this is actually doing pretty well, and I'm almost done with my first cup. This is going a little bit faster than intended, but that's fine because I still have another cup to go through. Well, I mean a pot to go through. That's right, I absolutely do. Make it with potatoes. Actually, that wouldn't be so bad. Toast? Well, I mean, it does have that breakfast quality. Yeah, I would totally have this like a breakfast tea. Well, I mean, if it's going to last the entire day, I got to start in the morning anyway. So, let's go ahead and top this off. And in the meantime, I'm going to put the new water in so that oh, yeah. I'm going to put the new water in and let it start to boil. Well, it's not going to boil per se because that implies it's going to get really hot and bubbly. You're going to want to keep this under boiling. So at about 180 degrees, that's the goal that you're looking for. And I'm pouring this water in. Hopefully it stays. Yeah, I can fit a little bit more. Ah, perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... Well, you know what? No, I should not start it yet. I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm like... I gotta slow down. Because I still haven't even finished my cup. See, I'm excited to see how this experiment goes. Generally, I don't steep my my tea very, very frequently. I do it once and I'm done. Because I tend to brew it hot. I mean, sorry, not hot. I tend to brew it strong, so I get that whole sensation. That's right. It's excitement. So I get a lot of the flavor out of it the first time. So I don't really need a second steep. But this one's kind of teasing me. So I'm gonna have to do it. You know, let me put the put the infuser back in. There we go. Oh, ooh, I'm stuffed already. This is gonna be a test of endurance, guys. Ooh, and I'm already sweating. This is not good. This is it. It sucks doing doing the streams in the summer. But a dirty joke tea. How is it a dirty joke tea? But yeah, it's like really hot outside. You see me sweating, and then on top of that, I'm drinking tea, which is not gonna be. It's not gonna be that comfortable for me. But the taste is still out of this world. Alright, I'm gonna start the new water now. Now that I'm mostly done with my second cup. And Pun's just coming with yeah. Or better yet, Pun's just coming with teas. Ah. No, that was okay. I admit that one was pretty bad. And they're only getting worse from here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, well, my mind is constantly in the gutter, but I'm keeping it nice. I'm keeping it PG-13 at the very most. Mm. Yeah, this is it's still, ooh, this is still good. Oh, I bet you've had those a ton of those moments lately. I mean, you had those moments in general, so it's no surprise. Oh, but I am. Oof, I'm getting filled already. Oh, this is gonna be a rough one. I was not prepared to make two pots, but it's not like I was gonna prepare much to do two pots anyway. Um, but yeah, at least I'll be more prepared for next week, um, because I'm doing another oolong. I'm it's gonna compare to this one. Oh, and I was not I was not prepared to do two two pots. Whew. Whew. Yeah, it's starting to get to me. I think it's because I'm drinking so fast and I'm talking and all that air I'm swallowing a lot of air. But you know what? It's a sacrifice I make. Mm. So it's still this is still creamy, still buttery, and as it cools down, it's still I'm surprised at how well it's maintaining. Um oh, whew, you guys gotta excuse me. I'm kind of like I'm stuffing myself here. Oh, I need a breather. That's what I'm doing next week. I'm doing the milk oolong, and that one is even more expensive. I believe that one's 30 also. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 29. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be it's. I haven't had the milk oolong yet, but it comes highly recommended. So, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me finish this off, and oh, the water is done already. There we go. I didn't hear it pop, but whatever. So steep number two. I hope you guys remembered what it looks like. There we go. I'll leave it in. I'm setting Quackhead for a second time. There we go. So, yep, looks like it was given away. Milk Oolong is going to be next week's tea, and it comes highly recommended. So I had to try it. I still have not tasted it yet, but yeah, the 3 ounce. The 3 ounce is $30, and for 16 ounces, an entire pound of this is a whopping $99. But I mean, this is for that. It's a good price. Because believe it or not, like this stuff is high end. It's really good. But let me go back to the Jade Oolong for a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about the origins of the tea, while my second steep is going. Now it says it's from the Tung Ting Mountain in Nantou County in Taiwan. And like I was talking to you guys last week about no, not last week, the week before, was it? I forget when I did the Oriental Beauty. But like I said, like the tea plantations that it's picked from in Taiwan are very mountainous, very beautiful, very picturesque, and that's where the Sinshao name came from. It came from, what was it? I believe it said "beautiful land" or something like that. So essentially, you know, it's the tea that it's picked from. Oh, that was fast. Quackhead calls me again. Oh yeah, there is a definite change. You are going to love this. There is a huge change. Look at the difference between the first steep and the second. Wow, check that out. It's huge. Like, it just completely opened up. The second one, look at that. That's fascinating. Like, the first one just loosened it up a little bit, and the second one just exploded. That is a beautiful looking leaf. So that's why it's the kind of thing that you have to do more than once. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the full experience. I really love that. All right, let me finish off the... all right, have a good night, Miriam. I'll see you on Sunday. Whew, down the hatch. Okay, so you guys remember what the tea looked like before it was steeped? It was not that... it was not that tall, I want to say. Now I'm trying to get this right. Well, that should work. Okay, so I'm holding my tea rag under it. Okay, so you guys remember it was like close to the bottom. Check this out. It completely blew up. Look at that. It's almost climbing out the top. All of that is filled up. Now you saw how tightly it was wound, how tightly, you only had like that small seed, that small little scorpion shape that fit like in between the lines of my hand. Now look at that. It expanded, it blew up, and it unfurled. So the taste is gonna be it's gonna be drastically different from the first one. And I'm expecting like a really good flavor out of it, stronger one than the last time. Because it was like it completely opened up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I'm curious. The first thing that we'll see is the difference in the color. It should be more green. I'm theorizing, but we'll see that in just a moment. Maybe even a little bit more brown, because it is closer to a black tea now. So we'll see. Ow, hot. There we go. Oh yeah, this is definitely a different color. It looks more green than it was before. You'll see it in just a moment. It's when it's in the cup, it's gotten. There's a definite. It's definitely darker than it was before. Look at that. Check it out. So when you saw it before, it was more pale yellow. Now there's a stronger, deeper green to it. It looks like it's got a nice, almost golden tone to it, and it's gonna be. I'm really excited about this. This is. I've got to try it. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is definitely, there's a huge difference here. Now you get more of the green tea flavor. You get more of the, like the vegetal, the vegetal taste that was missing before. Instead of butter, it's been replaced. I don't want to say replaced because it's still kind of there. But it's a more traditional green tea flavor than it was before. After it opened up, ooh, excuse me. After it opened up, it released so much more. Now it still maintains the mouthfeel. Like it's still a nice and creamy kind of flavor to it, but it's followed, instead of like that milky buttery taste, you have that cream with a bit of grass, with a little bit of a little salty, a little. Oof, I'm so hot right now. It's a little bit salty, but not overpoweringly so. It's maintaining a nice balance in the flavor. I'm thinking that this was a really good investment for me, because you get at least two steeps out of it. I don't think I would do a third, only because the leaf opened up so much. Actually, you know what? I probably can do a third. If all of the other ones, if like picking up a sample. Okay, you can see that it's not as open. It's still kind of furled. It's curled up, but it has opened up quite a bit. So I'm going to say that you can probably get a third steep out of it, but nothing more than that. I'm not going to do a third steep because I will literally spend the rest of the night in the bathroom. I will have to sleep in the shower and just let it fly, because there's no way I'd be running back and forth, and I wouldn't be comfortable at all night, and I have things to do tomorrow. So yeah, I'm stopping it at 2 pots. Oh, that's really nice. It's becoming more, like I said before, it's becoming more traditional. It's still a soft green flavor, but it's not salty. It's not. Well, okay, no, I take it back. Okay. It's not salty, but it's savory. And you have you have notes of dairy in it. It's still, even though it's refreshed, you're getting that, well, let me take a little bit more so I can organize my thoughts a bit. Now this one I can savor a little bit more, because it's not as it's not as soft as the last one. It's definitely gotten stronger. I'm really enjoying the texture to it. There are textured teas, and this one is it's leaving a slightly filmy kind of taste to not taste, kind of texture to it, but it's how do I put this? It's not it's a delicate film, what's the word, what's that fabric, they make the babushkas out of. That's the only way I know it. I know it is as a babushka, but the little hankies that you throw them up and they float down slowly. It's that kind of a. I'm sweating. I'm sorry, guys. Just super hot. I don't want to say it's not nylon, but it's along those lines. Yeah, it's escaping me, but this is something that I am thoroughly enjoying. I'm going to bring this to work. I'm going to nurse it all day. And since this is a 4-ounce bag rather than a 3-ounce, it's going to last me a long time. I don't foresee this being good as an iced tea. I'm not a big fan of cold green tea. It can be done, I have done it before with like cocoa mint, um, and what else? I've never have I ever done it with jasmine? What was it you got? Oh, you got me biscuits from from Jackson Heights. Which biscuits are those? The I think I know what you're talking about, but those are the English ones, right? I want to say there. I think we talked about it before. Got to jog my memory. I got old man brain. Oh, this is so good. Ooh, I'm really loving it. Now, remember what I said before about tasting the water? Uh, Welcome back. I thought you were leaving for the night. I thought when you said you've got to go, I thought you were going for good. But welcome back. Oh, it's Indian biscuits. Okay, I'll have to give that a shot when I get the chance, and I'll probably like see if I can pair it. Oh, excuse me. Oof. I got the hiccups. It's all this talking. Oof. Oh, I lost you guys for a second. Yeah, it was. I think there was an issue with the Wi-Fi. Hopefully, it's gonna behave for the next 15-20 minutes. We'll see. But anyway, what was I? Oh God, I'm sweating so bad. I gotta move this fan to face me because I'm dying here. Ugh. There we go. And I forgot I left my my watermelon bag next to the fan, so I had to knock it over. Nicole, welcome. Okay, so I'm sorry, Miriam. You said I had to get off the bus and climb for. Oh. Okay, so you were watching me while you were going home. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Oh, that breeze. Oh, that's exactly what I needed. I'm gonna try to keep the. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan or the. Yeah, early menopause, manopause. That's what it is. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind from the fan. Let me know so I can move. I don't want it to like be too powerful and all you hear is. So I'm gonna leave it right here. So far, so good. Just let me know. Oh man, but this is so good. The caffeine, I should mention that this shouldn't be too caffeinated. It's got a moderate level of caffeine. Yeah, so it's gonna be about midway. It's not gonna be too overpowering. What's noticeable? The wind. I hope it's not too. I hope it's not like too hurricane strong so that you can't hear me. Oh, but I need it on me right now. I'm like, you guys. I'm like 2 seconds away from taking my shirt off, and you guys don't want to see that. I want you guys to be able to eat in the morning. So, I think I think the trade-off is better if I keep my shirt on, but the fan pointed towards me. I'm just glad that this is not a chai, because I would totally be dead right now if it was. Oh my god. Starting to slow down. Striptease. I see what you did there. I forgot what I was going to say. No, okay. I'm switching. I'm getting another. Okay, yeah, I'm getting some Wi-Fi issues. Again, so I'm turning off the Wi-Fi. I'm sticking to my data plan for the rest of the stream, because this is getting out of hand, and I do not want to risk losing you guys again. But whew, oh my god, this is so hot. Mm. Whew. Oh my god. I'm getting stuffed. I'm getting hot. But I'm still like I'm getting slightly uncomfortable but nice and relaxed. Like it's a very odd sensation. Because every bit of me is like, it's like you're sticky. You should not be feeling this. Would it be good iced? I mentioned it before. I don't believe it would be good iced. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, that's exactly me right now, but without the cat ears. I mean, it all depends on whether or not you like green tea iced. I think that this one, I wouldn't personally ice it, but if you like green tea, it's not a very strong green tea flavor, so I would not have as big of a problem icing this as I would, let's say, gunpowder. Gunpowder is a pretty heavy green tea taste, so if you're going to ice it, you're going to want to heavily sweeten it too. Because, ooh, excuse me. Because when you cool it down, you're going to taste a lot of the water. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I mean, not a lot of the water, a lot of the salt. Because when things are colder, you get to taste more of it, and it's just not gonna be a regular tea that you'd want to ice. So I had to finish that thought there before I drank. And I just realized, you might notice something behind me has changed. All the drawings, all the stuff that Anna had done, I took it down because per her request, she wanted me to take it down, and her exact words were, "You had it. I gave it to you when I was a baby, and you only kept it there because I didn't know what I was doing." That was not true. I told her they were very beautiful paintings, and I love them all, but she made me take them down, and she replaced it with something very special. I'm going to show you guys. Quick shout out. She made me a cheeseburger. Anna made me a cheeseburger, and it's good. How awesome is that? I have the best goddaughter ever. She knows what I like, and I likes me some cheeseburgers. So I didn't tell her to draw me one. She just did. So that was something that I particularly enjoyed. Good burger. She really is. She has her moments. She also, like, later on that day demanded that we have a tea party. And I was like, I wasn't prepared. She wanted to get all dressed up and look cute, and I'm like, it's too hot to put on a suit. But yeah, it didn't happen. We'll have another one later. But I'm gonna go ahead and top this off. Ooh, I got almost half a cup. Not even a full half. Is there such thing as a full half? I don't know. Whew. Jose, welcome. You see what happens when I talk about Anna? You just appear. I just showed off the drawing that she made for me. Whew, okay. I'm starting to slow down a little bit. I was drinking at quite a fast pace, and it's all starting to settle. I really am, like, ready to burst. Apparently so. Your ears were ringing, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably why. You're like, Anna, what? Where is she? No, don't worry, she's not down here this time. demanding a tea party. Oh, I have created a monster. But, oh well. Gotta love her. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna take a moment to not drink because, oh, I'm feeling it. Like, I've drank 3 pots of tea before, and I survived. But this one, oh, she's actually cleaning her room for once. That's good. she's actually doing what she's told. But anyway, yeah, like green tea is meant to like suppress your appetite. That's why it makes a great dietary supplement, because not only does it clean you out, but it also suppresses your appetite, and it fills you up. And I'm experiencing that right now. It's not like full-on green tea filling, but it's enough to like make you want to stop and take a breather. And then, like, realize that the end of the world is nigh. Because you have so much tea in your body that you're just going to eventually drown in it. But that was kind of bleak. Don't worry, I'm only speaking figuratively, not literally. Would this go well in a smoothie? Probably not. Only because the way that you release the flavor in this particular tea is because it's wound so tight, that you would have to steep it in order to open it up to get the flavor. If you were to grind it up, you might as well just use matcha. Would it go? If it would go well next to a smoothie, I would say, depending on if it was hot or cold. I wouldn't recommend it hot and having a cold smoothie, but I think that the flavors might go well depending on what you put in it. And yep, I'm absolutely going to be peeing all night. I was talking about sleeping in the shower. That might have to be the only logical. You mean as a liquid in the smoothie? You mean like brewing it and using it as a base and then adding the fruits to it? If you were, I would stick with sweet fruits, like the sweet and the salty. I thought about maybe doing citrus fruits, but that might clash with the salt a little too much, and I wouldn't want to risk it. But I think that the salty and the sweet would go well, because it's still maintaining that buttery flavor. Oh, okay. I think I'm good. I'm gonna keep going, like the trooper I am. I have about a quarter of the cup left, so I'm gonna open up the floor. Go ahead and ask me any questions, any comments, anything you want to talk about. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead and throw it at me. Whew. I am awesome. I'm feeling it. I'm like, this is really good. Teresa, I don't know where you are. You probably left. But, yeah, I know your question. What kind of dessert would this go with? I would say, no, I'm gonna go out on a little bit of a limb here, and say vanilla ice cream. Oh, there you are. You just got quiet. I'm gonna say vanilla ice cream, only because you have that kind of like you know how you have buttery ice creams, like butter pecan, butter almond, and stuff like that. You have that kind of milky, buttery flavor to it. And if you were to have like an ice cream to pair along with it, I think it would go very well. I wouldn't change the vanilla ice cream too much. Like, I would add maybe some nuts, maybe chocolate chips, something like that. But I don't think I would try like a chocolate ice cream with it. If I were to pick a cookie, um, I would have to say like the biscuits, the buttery biscuits. I know I go, that's like my go-to when I have uh, a savory tea like this. But I think that that it would really complement it well. Maybe a pound cake. I think a pound cake. Yeah, a pound cake would definitely go well with this. Because the butter would match the butter. I'd even venture to say like a lemon cake. Like as long as the lemon isn't too strong, you have like enough of the cake behind it to really give it a good base. I think yeah, I think a lemon cake might do well. Oof. Oh my god! Like I'm feeling it. I think after this, I'm gonna jump in the shower and then go right to bed because I am. This is like it's taking it out on me. As caffeinated as this is, the caffeine is not helping me one bit. I'm very relaxed. I'm very satiated. I'm feeling really mellow. So this is actually perfect for me right now. After a long day at work, it's really starting to like mellow me out. So yeah, I highly recommend it. We need another sip. Oh man, this is awesome. Okay, guys, I'm gonna open up the floor again. I'm gonna go ahead though and announce next week's tea, which is gonna be an awesome one. Whew. Milk Oolong. I know it's not a surprise anymore. I don't even think it was supposed to be a surprise. But yeah, Milk Oolong is going to be like, it is deadly delicious. If I don't make it till next week, you'll know what happened to me. Oh, excuse me. But Milk Oolong is the next tier to this. That's kind of why I did it this way. Oh, excuse me. I got the hiccups. Okay. Fight it down, fight it down. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so that's why I picked Jade Oolong first. Because I want to start at the well, I don't want to say at the bottom quality because this is actually a really good quality tea. But I want to do like a higher quality and then go up from there. So, why is it called Milk Oolong? I do know the answer to that, but I think that's something that I should cover next week. I think you have smelled the Milk Oolong when we went to Adagio. I believe that was one of the ones that was that I pulled out for you, but yeah. If you don't know by then, you'll have to get reminded. But yeah, it was a painful hiccups in it's stuck, but it's gone now. I'm relieved. All is well. Oh, but yeah, next week I want to do the Milk Oolong, and the week. You know what? Let me check real quick before I say my next statement. Okay, yeah, so we got Milk Oolong next week. I'm gonna try to do my my Earl Grey for the 25th, and then starting the 1st of September, I'm gonna do a. You guys are already voting, which I'm grateful for. But I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna do the fandom. So you guys, the polls are going to be open until at least blah, blah, blah. You know what? Let's do it until the 25th. Because I'm going to need some time to get it ordered. You know what? No. Scratch that. Let's keep the poll open until the 17th or the 18th. I'll announce the winner on the 17th, and then I'll have to order the tea so that it all comes in time. When's chai season? Oh, chai season is coming soon. It'll be in the fall. So I'd say maybe mid-October on. As long as it's cold, it's chai season. That's my motto. And that's when you're going to start stocking up, I'm sure. Okay, I have one more cup. I mean, no, one more cup. I have one more sip until I'm done. So, you guys, last call. Any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, let me know. I've already made my announcements, so I'm good to go. The ball's in your court. Mid-October is pumpkin chai. Yeah. Pumpkin spice chai. That's going to be a good one. Nicole, if you're going to watch this later, she's singing your tune. And that's right, I'll never be cold. Like, that's... I literally drink chai all the time in my room whenever it's, like, really cold. And it heats me right up. It's some good stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys once again for joining me. I love it when you keep me occupied and you keep me going. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Have a great night. See you next week with the milk oolong. And that's going to be something that I'm going to savor. And I'll be more prepared with 2 pots. Just going to switch one to the other. I'll be more prepared, I promise. Have a good night, have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye.